So what you're going to see is our orientation of our dorsal hoof wall and P3, which is our coffin bone, looks pretty good. As far as sole depth, it's pretty good, 12 millimeters, which is about normal. This gapping doesn't look too bad as far as your space between your dorsal hoof wall and your coffin bone. That looks pretty good. It's pretty even. The orientation of your coffin bone within this hoof capsule looks pretty good. You have a positive angle between the ground and this coffin bone, so this is kind of slightly up comparatively to the ground. She does have a negative palmar angle on this foot, so that's the only negative thing I can say about this.
Which foot is that one?
So this is going to be her right front foot. So you can kind of, yeah, and you can kind of, it's probably because she's bearing more weight on it, and so she's kind of slowly had more kind of not breakdown, but she's had to bear more weight, so she's kind of sunk in a little bit.
Okay.
And so she's kind of crushed this back heel. You kind of see how this heel is a little bit behind,
yeah,
and she's kind of slung forward. But you can tell kind of with the orientation of the ground, she's got a negative angle of her P3. So it's negative 1.32 degrees. So what that means is she's putting more pressure on her deep digital flexor tendon and her navicular apparatus back here compared to if she had a positive angle. The other thing is she's putting more pressure there because this bony column should kind of be straight. So if you look at this one, it's a little bit better. So this is her left front over here. So this one's a little bit better. So you see how this one has a line that's a little bit straighter.
Yeah.
It ideally would actually be almost straight. She's got a very upright pastern conformation, so you don't want it perfectly straight, but you want a better orientation with this bony column going front, all the way down the front, as opposed to this one where you kind of go down like this and then you're like,
oh, it bows.
yeah, exactly. So you've got kind of we call that a broken back pastern axis. So things that you can do to improve that, one would be to kind of take off some of her toe. So ease her breakover, so that way she's not putting as much pressure on this foot when you're hey, how's it going, when you're walking, so she's not almost like having clown shoes, you know, above this, and so you can kind of nub that toe a little bit.